Ravi was a creative boy. He had a sketchbook in which he drew animals, plants, people, and places. He wanted he could bring his pictures to life and interact with them. He discovered a pencil on the street one day. It was metal and shiny, with a blue eraser. He took it up and felt it would be perfect for his next drawing. He returned home and took out his sketchbook. He drew 3 animals: a dog, a cat, and a bird. He named them Rocky, Fluffy, and Tweety. He was pleased with his drawing and gazed at it for a time. Then something incredible happened. The dog, cat, and bird began to move on the paper. They leaped from the sketchbook onto the floor. They both gazed at Ravi with interest and affection. Ravi was both surprised and happy. He realized the pencil was magical and could bring his drawings to life. He instantly picked up the pencil and drew other objects: a ball, a kite, a cake, and a flower. They all came to life and were one with the creatures. Ravi enjoyed playing with his new partners. He tossed the ball to Rocky, flew the kite with Fluffy, ate the cake with Tweety, and smelled the flower. He felt as if he were in a dream. He made the decision to keep the magic pencil a secret. He concealed it in his drawer and secured it with a key. He only used it in his room when he was alone. He drew more and more, having more and more fun, but he eventually ran out of room in his room. He had far too many possessions and friends. He couldn't play with all of them. He was overwhelmed and dissatisfied. He realized he had been greedy and self-centered. He hadn't told anyone about his magical pencil. He'd sketched nothing informative or helpful. He'd just drawn things for his own amusement. He made the decision to modify his habits. He sketched a large box with his magic pencil. He closed the box and placed all of his belongings and friends inside. With the blue eraser, he erased the box. Except for the dog, cat, and bird, everything had vanished. He was heartbroken, but he knew it was the proper thing to do. He chose to limit his friends to animals. He also made the decision to share his magical pencil with others. He sketched things that made people happy and helped them address their difficulties. He sketched a bike for his sister, a guitar for his brother, a book for his mother, and a watch for his father. He presented them to them as a gift, and they were both grateful and shocked. Ravi was overjoyed and proud of himself. He'd learned an important lesson. He'd discovered that the magic pencil was more than just a toy. He had learned to spend it carefully and generously. He'd discovered that true magic resided not in the pencil, but in his heart.